Hello everyone, welcome to GK Today. All the videos of GK Today are absolutely free and available on GK Today's YouTube channel. And if you are looking for interactive quizzes in text and also their solutions, please download GK Today's Academy Android app. We have several free and paid courses in that app. Now this particular series is of 60 videos and in each video we are going to discuss select 15 questions and we shall also do 500 test questions after end of this series. Now let's start with the questions on Indian polity. So the first question is, the executive power of the state is vested in whom? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is governor. See, the executive authority of a state is vested in the governor, and governor is the constitutional head of the state in the same way as president is the constitutional head of the union. Moving ahead with the next question. So who among the following appoints Attorney General of India? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option A, that is President. See, Attorney General of India is appointed by the President of India on advice of the Union Cabinet under Article 76(1) of the Constitution. She holds office during the pleasure of the President. Now the next question is, in which year first Public Service Commission was set up in India? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is the year 1926. See, on the basis of the recommendations of the Lee Commission, first Public Service Commission of India was established on 1st October 1926 under the chairmanship of Sir Ross Barker. Now the next question is, for which among the following periods an Attorney General is appointed in India? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option D, that is any period which the President feels suitable. See, as per the Article 76(1), the Attorney General of India is appointed by the President for a period decided by him. The Attorney General remains in office during the pleasure of the President and thus has no fixed tenure. Now the next question is, till now, how many judges of Supreme Court of India have been removed from office through impeachment? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option D, that is none. See, Article 124(4) of the Indian Constitution held that President can remove a judge on proved misbehavior or incapacity when Parliament approves with a majority of the total membership of each house in favor of impeachment and not less than 2/3 of the members of each house present. See, for initiating impeachment proceedings against a judge, at least 50 members of the Rajya Sabha or 100 members of the Lok Sabha shall issue the notice as per the Judges Inquiry Act of 1968. See, then a judicial committee would be formed to frame charges against the judge and to conduct the fair trial and to submit its report to Parliament. And when the judicial committee report finds the judge guilty of misbehavior, incapacity, further removal proceedings would be taken up by the Parliament if the judge is not resigning himself. So no judge of Supreme Court has been removed through impeachment process so far in India. Now the next question is, a bill initiated by which among the following is a government bill? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is minister. See, basically if a bill is introduced in the house by a minister, it is called government bill or public bill. And if the bill is introduced by any other member than a minister, it is called private member bill. A private member bill can be introduced by both ruling party and opposition. Now the next question is, an appeal can be made in the Supreme Court of India in which of the following matters? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is civil, criminal and constitutional matters. See, the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court is very wide, involving civil, criminal as well as constitutional matters and extends all over the courts and tribunals in India. Now the next question is, in which year Goa was declared as India's 25th state? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option A, that is the year 1987. See, Goa was part of the Union Territory of Goa, Daman and Diu from 19 December 1961 to 30th May 1987. And on May 1987, Goa was admitted as 25th state of Indian Union. Pratap Singh Rane was elected as the first Chief Minister of the newly formed state. Now the next question is, National Integration Council was created for making welfare measures for whom? Now you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is all minorities. So the National Integration Council set up in June 1962 by the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru to address the problems of communalism and regionalism in India. And it is chaired by the Prime Minister of India. The members of the National Integration Council include union ministers, leaders of the opposition in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, chief ministers of all states and union territories, leaders of the national and regional political parties, chairpersons of national commissions, eminent journalists and other public figures in India. The National Integration Council had set up standing committees, subcommittees and also subgroups over the years to discuss on specific problems. The National Integration Council is an extra-constitutional body which does not have either statutory or constitutional backing. Now the next question is, the system of proportional representation is used in India to elect which of the following? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option C, that is President. So in India, President, Vice President, members of Rajya Sabha and members of state legislative councils are elected by proportional representation. Now the next question is, which among the following is the correct designation of Hindi in India? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option D, that is the official language of the Union. See, according to Article 343(1) of the Constitution of India, Hindi in Devanagari script is the official language of the Union of India. However, use of English for official purposes was also made possible by same article. Now the next question is, Article 36 to 51 of our constitutions are related to which of the following? Now you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is DPSP. So DPSP or the Directive Principles of State Policy are 15 principles enshrined in the Constitution for states to keep in view while framing the policies. Further, these provisions are enshrined in Part 4th from Articles 36 to 51 and are not enforceable by courts. Now the next question is, which among the following is true about the tenure of India's president? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is elected for 5 years but eligible for immediate re-election and can serve for any number of terms. See, there is no limit on how many times a presidential candidate can contest elections and serve as President of India. He can be elected for 5 years but eligible for immediate re-election and can serve for any number of terms. Now the next question is, what is the minimum number of the judges to decide an issue involving the interpretation of the Constitution or any presidential reference? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option A, that is 5. See, basically a division bench comprises 2 to 3 judges while constitutional bench consists of at least 5 judges or more judges of the court. Such a bench is set up to decide substantial questions on law with regard to the interpretation of the Constitution. The origin of Constitution bench emanates from Article 143, and when President of India seeks Supreme Court's opinion on a question of fact or law under Article 143 of the Constitution, then also a constitutional bench is set up. Now the next question is, which of the following funds is charged for the salary and other allowances of the judges of the high courts? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is Consolidated Fund of State. So the salary of a high court judge is charged from the Consolidated Fund of State, while pension of the high court judges comes from Consolidated Fund of India. Now the next question is, the first official language commission was appointed in 1955. Who was the chairman of this commission? So you have the following options and the correct answer is option B, that is B.G. Kher. See, the first official language commission was appointed in 1955 with B.G. Kher as chairman, and it submitted its report in 1956, which was presented to Parliament in 1957 and examined by a joint parliamentary committee. Now the next question is, through which of the following a federal court was established? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option D, that is Government of India Act 1935. So the Federal Court of India was established in 1937 under Government of India Act 1935. This court had original appellate and advisory jurisdiction, but appeals could be taken from that court to Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in London. It worked until 1950 when Supreme Court of India was established. Now the next question is, in context of Panchayati Raj in India, the date 24 December 1996 is known for which of the following? Now you have the following options, and the correct answer is option C, that is extension to the scheduled areas. So on 24 December 1996, Panchayats Extension to the Scheduled Areas Act 1996 came into force. Now the next question is, in which states of India the foreigners detection tribunals are active? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option A, that is Assam. So the foreigners tribunals or foreigners detection tribunals are unique to Assam. These are quasi-judicial bodies headed by a member appointed under the Foreigners Tribunal Act of 1941 and Foreigner Tribunals Order 1984. Now the next question is, which among the following is correct regarding Arunachal Pradesh? So you have the following options, and the correct answer is option D, that is Lok Sabha seats 2, Rajya Sabha seat 1. See, Arunachal Pradesh has 2 Lok Sabha seats, Arunachal East and Arunachal West, and it has 1 Rajya Sabha seat only.